And we're live with episode 29 of the STS guys. I am Jeremy.
Hey, it's Larry.
Hey guys, it's Nate.
And I'm Scott.
Sometimes Chris, sometimes Esteban.
Yes, Esteban.
I like Esteban.
I like the
Esteban
name that you came up with.
Yes, Esteban. Esteban. It sounds sexy.
I just like that it's the actual guitarist.
Yeah. It just sounds
Mysterious.
it just sounds like it's like, oh, it's just like just the one name. There is no last name with Esteban.
It's just Esteban.
It is just Esteban.
You're very, very sneaky, sir.
It's
Very sneaky.
You're always very sneaky.
I try.
All right. So we're trying out a couple of different things. So sorry if we sound a little bit awkward. So we're trying some different things out there, guys. So if you may notice on my specific screen, we have this fancy little overlay right here. And the reason why we have that is because we're trying to look more professional. Like it looks like we know what we're doing. Hey, and
We still don't.
Hey, we do. Like I said, we know what we're doing.
At least we look like it sometimes. Other times, maybe not so much.
Hey, this is episode 29, not the first episode.
Yeah, we have 29 episodes of experience here. Speaking
Can you guys tell?
Experience. Yeah. We still don't know what the hell we're doing.
And I think Larry just gave a layup to something, and then we just totally blew it.
I did.
Following last week's footsteps here.
You guys, like whatever I had last week is contagious this week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry that I missed that. Yeah. Like I said, just to kind of let everyone know. Like I said, it's been dedicate this episode to my dog. So my dog Rosie, so a boxer of 14 years. Unfortunately, like I said today, she passed away. So we had to put her down. But she had 14 wonderful years of kind of awesomeness with us. So she was at our very first podcast. So I said all the guys met her in person at our very first podcast. So she was an honorary member of the STS guys. So
she was one of our first super mega fans.
She was
the one who's most excited that me, Scott, and Leo showed up at Jeremy's house. And ooh, new people to pet me.
Yes.
So, sorry for your loss, man. She was a good dog.
No, it's okay. You know, I definitely appreciate that. Like I said, it was rough, but like I said, it's been 14 years. So she far outlived what a boxer is supposed to kind of live for. So it's kind of it's just kind of crazy. So thank you for your support, guys, for my fellow STS guys. So yesterday, I just kind of gave everyone a heads up. We kind of gave her kind of bucket list. So so there's a picture on my personal Instagram of basically her going nuts on a cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger, fries, and I think she got some ice cream.
Yep.
Yeah, I got the pleasure of meeting Rosie one time. She was a really sweet dog. So my heart goes out to you, man. That's tough to lose a dog.
I appreciate that. Like I said, it's rough, but like I said, it was for the best. So she's in a better place now. Oh,
Brian Rainey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah. And Johnson, what's up, Johnson Rivadad?
Johnson Rivadad.
Thanks for joining, guys.
Thank you.
If you're listening to us on an audio-only format like SoundCloud or iTunes, just a reminder that we record our podcast live on YouTube via Google Hangout. So if you want to check out the video version and see our wonderful faces, head over to stsguys.online and sub us up on YouTube. And you can check out all our content, including the weekly live streams.
The weekly live streams that we do live. No, I appreciate that. Yeah, thank Nurse Rosine. Thanks. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's been a weird kind of day, but like I said, it's been good.
What better way to celebrate your dog's life than doing a podcast?
Yeah.
Cheers to Rosie.
I'm doing the things that I love, doing some things that she loves. So I just have to point out, so Larry inspired me the other day because he changed around his Making Fun poster in his background. I had to change around a poster that I got in the mail. I got the Thor theatrical two-sided poster. So I love that poster, so I had to hang that up. So
Larry, that's awesome.
Yeah, that is great. I was actually going to ask you. I noticed that it changed.
Yeah, that I love that poster, by the way. Like that, just the way the color goes and like the character like tears, like that is probably one of the best movie posters I've seen in a really long time.
It
Yeah,
was
it's
so,
funny
like I said, it was so good. They basically used the same exact format for
Yeah.
Infinity War, which I'm okay with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. They're like, let's not change that. Well, and this one looked really good.
Well,
At
like
some point-
visually really catches your eye. So I think it blends really well into the Infinity War trailer because you have so many characters that kind of makes you want to look all over the place.
Yeah. At
It's
some point,
kinda-
they run out of good ideas, man.
Yeah.
Like all their posters are pretty awesome.
I'm starting to feel like if they try to do anything more with like all the characters again, like it's just going to turn into a giant Where's Waldo picture for the Marvel movies.
Now, is this horrible? Or it's not horrible. I want.
Yes. If you have to ask, the answer to the question is always yes.
No, it's not always yes. What I want is basically there to come out at the very end of the whole MCU, them to come out with a thing like, hey, if you put this poster here and this poster here and this poster here, it makes like some like super image or some secret message or a link to like some secret video. I don't know. I love secret rooms, secret videos, secret links, viral marketing. Like it's something. I think that'd be awesome.
Did
That would be
a lot.
so cool.
Yeah. No. Kind of like how they do with like the like magazines and stuff sometimes where they put like if you get every issue for a year, it makes like an image on the side.
Yeah. That would be cool.
That'd be awesome if they had been planning that the whole time.
Yeah, and that's would be most impressive. Like I said, something that took like 10 plus years. Like I said, where they basically just planting this little bit by little bit by little bit, and like it turns out to be this crazy mega thing.
Super mega thing.
Super mega thing.
Super mega.
Like
Did you just
like
say
our
super mega?
Yeah, like our super mega Batman prize pack giveaway.
Yeah.
Did you say super mega Batman prize pack giveaway?
I think he just said super mega Batman prize pack giveaway.
He did say super mega Batman prize pack giveaway.
I did say super mega Batman prize pack giveaway. So guess what? If you haven't heard, we're giving away a ton of awesome Batman items. You can check out the details on our YouTube channel. You can see everything that we're giving away. It's like 2 pops, including the Funko Pop Riddler Chase. Just a regular Batman pop. There's a can koozie, some keychains, a comic book, salt and pepper shakers. Like there's almost 10 items. And I think maybe over 10 items total. So check out that video to find everything you can win. And there's still like 2 weeks to enter. Through Gleam, so you can just like get entries for subbing to us on YouTube or check us out on Instagram or Twitter at STS Guys. Super easy, super fast. Just head over to stsguys.fun and you can enter to win some really cool Batman stuff.
Jeremy's showing off a couple of the items here.
So we have Batman. We have a Chase.
Oh,
Ooh.
Batman comic. Sorry for the glare there, guys. As much like say, here's like I've gotten a couple of these in like the subscription boxes. Like I said, these things are actually pretty cool. They've actually kind of
The salt and pepper shakers.
yeah. Somebody actually messaged me and they were really excited about the salt and pepper shakers. So it's a pretty cool item.
I mean, if you're a Batman fan, this is like the coolest prize pack,
Yeah.
which is all Batman. Brian Randy says, I got spammed on Twitter for sharing the contest too much. I'm locked for 48 more hours. Someone reported it as spam.
Yes, that is awesome. Well done, Brian.
Brian, that is the coolest story ever.
Okay, so I was hoping that would happen with somebody. I am very sorry that it was you. like that, but I was like, at some point, someone's going to super share this, and we're going to get flagged as like spam.
We just appreciate your support, Brian.
Yes.
I'm just saying, so that is commitment. So thank you, Brian.
Yeah.
That is a super mega fan. Well done, Brian.
That is the super mega fan.
You were the first person to get spam or flagged by Twitter for spamming STS Guys content. Much appreciated.
Right.
He's totally good with it, too.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
So this is the first time somebody's got flagged for spamming STS Guys content on Twitter. Maybe we should talk more about first times. What do you guys think?
I think that's a great idea, Larry. You know, let's focus on first for a minute. So
I don't like where this is going because it may get awkward and there may be priests involved.
You always remember your first, Scott.
No, nothing weird. So I had an idea for an episode that we could do that's kind of interactive too. Can bring everybody in on the chat because they can participate with us, which is awesome, right? So I thought maybe we could go through and talk about some of the first times we did things like the first CD we bought or like the first concert we went to, that kind of stuff. What do you guys think?
Let's do it.
That sounds awesome.
Let's do it. That sounds like a fantastic idea.
Cool. So let's start off with like an easy one that I think is pretty cool. You guys jump into because I've only got like 3 or 4 of these that I've thought of. But one of them, you got this. Don't worry. So I was kind of thinking a good conversation would be like, what was the first movie you guys remember seeing in a movie theater?
Ooh, man.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
Since this is my idea, I will jump on that sword and go first. So mine's a little tricky. Like I've kind of got a 3-part answer. I remember going to see one of the Rambo movies. I don't remember which one. Like I had to be like 5 or 6 or maybe 7. So like there's been a ton of Rambo movies. I just remember being slightly scared by all the violence and all the people getting shot and killed and stabbed and all that stuff. I'm like, that stuck with me just a little bit, right? So a little bit of trauma. So I was probably just a little too young to be going to see Rambo movie in a theater. But then like not long after that, I remember going to see The Little Mermaid. Like probably 8-year-old me really wanted to see The Little Mermaid because there was so much buzz about it. I'm like, I got to go see this movie. But once I got there, I was super bored and there's way too much singing for me. Apparently like Under the Sea by Sebastian, like
Under the
right. 8-year-old me was not.
You're not feeling that.
No, way too much singing. But I feel like my real answer, the movie I distinctly remember going to see in the theater, me and my dad and my friend and his dad all went to see Jurassic Park. Like probably right when it came out, and we must have got there kind of late because we had to sit in like the front row. I remember going to see that with them and checking out Jurassic Park and just being blown away. And it was such an awesome movie. And you know what? That was like 93, something like that. I still have the ticket stub from going to see that movie. And I've actually saved every single ticket stub for every movie I've seen in the movie theater since then. So I feel like, there was some other stuff that I vaguely remember, but the first movie I distinctly remember seeing in the theater, Jurassic Park.
That's commitment.
That is. Now,
so cool that you called him, actually.
Yeah, so I have to jump in here because Larry, you kind of stole my thunder a little bit here. Jurassic Park is the movie that I like distinctly remember the most as like going to the theater to watch. I know I went to Aladdin in the movie theaters, right? And that was what, 1991?
I think it was the one right after Little Mermaid, right? Yeah, I was really hoping you were going to say Little Mermaid. But...
No, so I don't remember that one in the theaters, but I do remember going to see Aladdin in the movie theaters, and it just didn't stick out to me. But like Jurassic Park was the first movie that I like distinctly remember going to the theater. It may have been the fact that I think I went to it like 9 or 10 times in the movie theater. Like that was like the every Friday night thing I did when it first came out. Like I was obsessed with that movie, but it was definitely it is the one like you, like I distinctly remember that one as like the first like coherent like movie that I remember going to watch.
It was one of those first movies, at least like, I think we were at the age to appreciate it where it was like, you have to go see this. Like we were so young, right? I was probably 10 maybe. And like dinosaurs were still pretty cool. I don't know about today's kids. I don't think today's kids appreciate dinosaurs as much as we did. But I mean, I remember going to the library and like picking out dinosaur books and like reading all about these things. Like dinosaurs were a big deal. And to see them like on the movie screen, just amazing, right? The special effects and stuff was so awesome. That movie was just a really, really big deal for like a 10-year-old kid.
So it's one of those movies that just sticks with you like your whole life. Jurassic Park had the same impact on me when I was a kid. I was just blown away when I saw it, and be able to see a Tyrannosaurus Rex, in its element, like, killing people and stuff. It just visually, it stuck with you so much.
Eating the lawyer.
Yes.
So looking at here, Brian remembers going to see Flash Gordon in the theater, and then Tyrannosaurus.
Flash Gordon.
defender of the universe. Yeah.
Tyrannosaurus, good choice, man. And
There's
welcome.
There's been more. We're only like 10 minutes in. There's been more singing in this episode than any episode.
You brought up Little Mermaid and singing.
What about you, Jeremy?
Okay, my so this is everyone has like Jurassic Park and all this other. I distinctly remember my first movie because my first movie in the theater was also the first rated R movie I ever saw, which was Total Recall.
Nice.
Nice.
How old were you?
Let's see. At that point in time, I would have been 7.
Like second grade, probably.
So I remember it specifically just because my dad didn't want to go to the movies by himself. And my mom yelled at my dad nonstop, "We're taking you to Total Recall."
Yeah. So you don't distinctly remember as like that young of kids the 3 boob chick, because that was the thing that I remembered about that movie
that's like
until I rewatched it in my 20s.
Or the alien that comes out of the chest, like
Yeah. Cold, start the reactor. That guy.
Yeah.
Also, Scott said he specifically remembered the boobs.
The boobs. It was the 3rd boob. Like that to me just was like that burned in my skull and just stuck in there. Like to this day, I still see the 3 boob chick.
Does that really exist?
Real quick, guys. It's me, Dana. Actually, kind of point something out. I actually wanted to mention this on our last stream. Everyone that joins the stream, make sure, like I said, if you guys have channels, check each other's channels out. Like I said, we grow our channel just because of all you guys. So make sure. So if you haven't like interacted with anybody in the chat, make sure check out their channels, see what they got to do. Because Brian has a channel. I know Comics with Bueller, he has a channel going on out there. So just definitely check out everyone's channel. The Scenes has a channel. Anybody who has a channel, like I said, just check them out. Because that's what we do. We support.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Trying to help the community while you guys are helping us, joining these live streams, being a part of it.
Yep, that's how you find new cool content.
Yeah.
Go check out everybody else's stuff, man.
Absolutely.
It's the STS guys way.
That's right.
Oh, we're one big happy family.
Oh.
If you guys are ever doing live streams or want us to help promote something, let me know and I'll tweet you up on Twitter for sure. I've been retweeting a lot of stuff. Our friends of the podcast Tomorrow Comes Movies are back with a new episode. Go check out our Twitter for that link. I don't know. I like retweeting stuff, so just send me a message and I'll be happy to retweet it.
So it's me. Just asked us a question here. May I ask where all you are from? We are all in Phoenix, Arizona.
The Valley of the Sun.
Yeah, different parts of it for each of us, but yes, we are all in the Phoenix metro area.
Yeah, we actually all work together, so we're actually close friends. We see each other every day.
Dude, pulling back all the curtains.
Yeah.
I didn't say where we work, just that we do work together.
We do work together. So it just basically means our work is just one giant episode.
Yeah.
Sorry, Stacy.
Yeah.
Pretty great conversation. Stacy's a trooper.
Yeah.
Brady Meyer says, "What's up, guys? Glad I'm finally catching you all live. Thanks a lot, Brady, for joining. We're happy you got to catch us live."
So
it's me, Dana, said something very similar.
Yeah.
Nice to see you guys finally live. It's awesome that you guys are here. Thank you.
Yes.
Brady, what time do we usually do the live stream? Saturdays at 9:00 Pacific time.
But sometimes Fridays. But right, like Scott said, almost always on Saturdays. But I guarantee you that I will always tweet the day before when we're going to do the live stream, right? So you'll have at least 24 hours notice. I post it up on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So if you're not following us on those, be sure to follow us, and you'll never miss an episode.
Yeah.
I think something happened to Jeremy's mic, so Jeremy has dropped right now. So
no, Jeremy died. No, he just sent a text. I don't know if you saw. Apparently, he had the same thing that happened to me the other day when his computer just decided to take a shit. So
Jeremy will be right back, guys.
Yes.
Nate, did you say what your first movie you were saying was?
Keep it going.
I have not. And it's a toss-up for me because I can't remember exactly which one I saw first. This is going to sound like a cop-out, but I want to say Batman was my first movie because I was so young at the time. I would have been 5 years old when that movie was in theaters.
Yeah,
but
I'm pretty sure I saw that one too, man. Like that was, like you said, that was '89. That was pre-Jurassic Park, but
and the thing that sticks out about me, like my dad was a huge Jack Nicholson fan, so it wasn't even that he wanted to see Batman. He wanted to see Jack Nicholson.
Right.
So I think that's why he took me to that when I was a kid. But I also really remember the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie in theaters when I was a kid. That really stuck with me too, because I was such a big fan of the series, the cartoon, and being able to see Shredder and all four brothers on screen. I can't remember which one it was that I saw first, but those two really stuck with me.
Both of those were an event. Same thing, kind of like Jurassic Park as a kid, especially back in those days, like late '80s. You didn't always get a lot of buzz because there was no Twitter and Instagram and stuff. Like it was playground buzz, but everybody had to see that Batman movie. Everybody had to see the Ninja Turtles for sure.
Yeah. That started my passion for the character.
Yeah. Now with those two, I distinctly remember those movies, but I cannot, like, for the life of me, remember them in the theaters. I know I watched them on VHS. Like I can tell you I watched them at the house, but I was like actually being at the theaters, I could not tell you.
No, same here. Like I know I saw them and I'm pretty sure I saw both at the theater, but I really don't remember going.
Yeah,
sucks how you don't retain all those memories as a kid.
Yeah.
I think our kids have it a little bit better though, because I've got so many pictures on my phone of my kid growing up. Like he at least has all those moments documented from like it could be any day of his life. So.
We have photographic proof of everything. Yeah.
Was that Jeremy?
Jeremy's back.
Jeremy's back.
Okay. Comics with Bueller just brought up another great movie. I do remember seeing in not in the theaters, VHS again. He brought up Roadhouse, which was just a wonderful movie. I mean, roundhouses and tight jeans. You can't go wrong with that movie.
Patrick Swayze at his finest. I actually didn't see that until I was older.
Yeah.
I never saw it when it first came out. I saw it when I got a little bit older.
So I remember seeing parts of it, and then like the second when Swayze pulls that guy's throat out, my parents like turned it off and like made me leave the room, and then like they continued to watch it. So I remember bits and pieces of it until I come back here.
It's me, Dennis says, guys, mind sharing the hot heat on the East Coast?
If we could.
Yeah, it was like 92 degrees here. Not trying to brag, but it is getting hot already, and these guys know it. The summer in Arizona lasts for like 4 or 5 months.
It sucks.
Yeah, it's here. Dun dun dun.
It's here, and it won't be away until probably September.
Yeah. And Brady, we are super hyped for Infinity War and cannot wait for that show or that movie to hit theater so we can go see it.
Was it 2 episodes ago? We spent like an hour talking about Infinity War. If you missed that one, go check out our playlist for the podcast. You'll be able to hear us talk about Infinity War for like an hour.
Thanos explains it all. Is the episode?
Yeah, Thanos explains it all.
Thanos explains it all.
It's a great title.
It is really a good title.
Who came up with that?
If you know, we love our TV show puns.
Nice segue. What is the very first TV show that you ever became addicted to?
Ooh.
Oh, I got this one. Rugrats.
Rugrats.
Good choice.
Rugrats. I was upset. Actually, no. I'm going to amend that. I don't really like remember it that well. I a little bit, but not as much. Apparently, when I was a child, I was obsessed with DuckTales.
Oh, that was such a good show.
Oh.
There's a stranger out to find you. Yeah, no. I'm like, my parents would turn it on, and no matter where I was in the house, I would like beeline it across the house, yelling at the top of my lungs, like DuckTales, and run to the room. So yeah, I will amend it. DuckTales, I can guarantee was the #1 obsession.
That's a great pick, man.
Mine is Batman the Animated Series. I loved Batman the Animated Series. I could not get enough of Batman. But then I said, that slowly morphed into, I'm like, hey, wait, there's more comic book shows? And then I think it was like 93. So Batman appeared in 92, I believe. And then in 93, that's when you had like the Spider-Man cartoon and then also the
X-Men.
Yep, X-Men on Saturday.
Dude, X-Men was the shit.
Yeah. I think X-Men was first, wasn't it? And then after that one was super popular, like, let's make a Spider-Man one too.
Yeah, I think
they were all so good. The Spider-Man show, the Batman show, X-Men. I loved all of those. For me, I think if I had to pick my first TV show, it was obviously a cartoon. It was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was watching that a lot when I was a little kid. So it actually got me really addicted to the whole franchise. But then I did get into Batman after that when I got a little bit older, and then I got into all these same shows. Spider-Man, X-Men. Awesome, man. You have the whole series there.
I watched as a kid. I watch it as an adult.
That's
So-
awesome.
It's me. Dana wants to talk about Far Cry 5. We'll get to that because 3 out of 4 of us have been playing the crap out of that. We'll get to that. So hold on.
So the first TV show I remember being obsessed about, it was The Simpsons. It was a crazy time called 1989. I was in 3rd grade, and from season 1 to, I don't know, sometime in high school, like at least 10 years, for the next 10 years of my life, from 1989 on, I just loved The Simpsons. Like my dad helped me record them all on VHS, right? When you couldn't go to the store and buy Blu-rays, or when you couldn't stream anything, my dad helped me record them all on VHS. I had probably 10 VHS tapes full of Simpsons episodes. And like, just when there's nothing else on, like I just sit down and watch that. I must have watched all those episodes at least like 10, 15 times each, man, for reals.
That was definitely a staple.
I was going to ask you a specific question because I'm like, were your parents accepting of you watching Simpsons?
No.
My parents wouldn't let me watch The Simpsons.
Really?
They
No.
thought it was not okay for someone to watch The Simpsons. But then, fast forward to 1997 when they didn't know what South Park was because it didn't get any hype whatsoever.
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. It's like my parents were the same way. They were like, "You can't watch The Simpsons; it's too adult or whatever." And then South Park shows up, and I was like, I remember specifically stay up on Wednesdays to watch it, and my parents, I guess they never really looked into what it was.
It was 10 years later or whatever. They didn't care anymore.
Yeah, yeah. They like it took them like I think through season 1, and it wasn't until the 2nd season where they're like, "Wait, have you been watching that South Park show?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "You can't watch that." I'm like, "I've seen the whole first season. It's too late now. Like, you can't stop it anymore."
So I could watch this. I could watch The Simpsons, but I remember my parents didn't want me to watch Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, that was an empty. That was late at night. Come on,
That was the one that was off limits in my house.
Dude.
I think they also weren't big fans of In Living Color. Not sure what that means. Now that I think about it, but don't think we liked watching A Living Color in my house.
That's like OG Jim Carrey right there.
Yeah, it's like so. In Living Color was like the violent and like kind of more raunchy SNL, and then you just randomly had Jennifer Lopez and the rest of those dancers that were dancing around out there. Like, I get why parents would be like, maybe we don't let a kid watch this.
They didn't want me watching those Fly Girls and getting inappropriate thoughts.
But yeah,
we don't play that.
Yeah.
Now that you say The Simpsons, I remember watching The Simpsons a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah,
that was definitely a staple. So we got a lot of people that are joining in the chat. So Brian Rainey says Fraggle Rock, great choice.
Down in Fraggle Rock.
Yeah, I've got a lot of memories of Fraggle Rock. Let's see, Brady Myers. I would think of Yo Gabba Gabba, another great choice. Comics with Bueller, Married with Children.
Okay, so can I jump in on Married with Children? Because I made this comment before. When I was a kid, I did not understand Al at all. Like, I was like, what, like, this guy thing. Now as an adult with my own children and everything, like, I identify so much with Al. Like, just everything about him is good.
I think that happens a lot because even rewatching The Simpsons, like when I was in 4th grade, like I was all about Bart, but now I relate a little more to Homer. Same with Full House. You guys know I've been watching a lot of Full House lately, and I find myself realizing that a lot of my parenting techniques have come from Full House and The Simpsons. I can't tell you how many times I've told my kid, "Park your keister, meester." Thank you, Mark Simpson.
I'd say Larry probably has the most creds as far as like all the shows because he's watched like Family Matters, he watched Full House, he watched all that classic stuff. I didn't watch all of that. I was more into cartoons.
I will currently challenge Larry's knowledge of Family Matters only because in December I did a stint of work from home for a period of 2 weeks where I watched nothing but Family Matters the entire time. Yeah. So it was on in the background. I know exactly what happened front to back because I didn't remember how it ended, and so I'm like, I gotta see how this ends. So I watched Family Matters from front to back. And boy, those last seasons are terrible.
Yeah, I haven't watched in forever, but I definitely watched, right? Full House, Family Matters, Step by Step. That was a good show too. Back to back to back. Definitely watched all of those, man.
I remember watching a lot of Saved by the Bell.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was a great show.
the bell.
That was one of those shows. Like, I feel like growing up, each summer, like I had a different show that I just focused on and watched the hell out of, like every day. I had one summer, it was the summer of Saved by the Bell. Like me, Zach, Kelly, we were hanging out at the Beach House Club and the Max and just having a good time all summer long.
And AC Slater.
AC
Yeah.
I
Slater.
remember having a huge crush on Kelly.
Yeah, it's Kelly Kapowski.
Everyone had a huge crush on Kelly.
Well, that, and I was going to say the Pink Ranger. She's another one that comes to mind. It's like, I would say first crushes was probably the Pink Ranger or Kelly Kapowski.
So are you currently jealous of Jason David Frank? Because he's all up in that Pink Ranger.
Yeah, oh yeah. He's all about that Pink Ranger.
So
he deserved it. He was like one of the coolest Power Rangers. He deserves it.
So that leads a new question. Who was the first TV crush?
Well, I already gave you mine.
Yeah, so we know Nate's.
Jeremy, would you like to guess mine?
Winnie Cooper.
Done. Yeah.
I know my Larry.
Danica McKellar from The Wonder Years, Winnie Cooper. Easy.
Bam.
Awesome.
If I had a mic, I'd drop it.
You do have a mic. We're podcasting right now.
Don't drop your mic because that noise.
Yeah, I think that's what happened before when you got kicked out. Like, don't drop
You
your mic.
dropped it off your desk or something.
Scott, you know mine.
Well, yeah. Well, is it the one I'm thinking of?
I'm almost guaranteed it's the one you're thinking of.
All right, so go ahead and share because that's
Mine was Jerry Ryan.
Jerry. Yeah,
Space Nine. I said she was that hot Borg. Man, she was awesome. She was fine as hell.
So, do you want to hear Jerry Ryan's story?
I do want to hear Jerry Ryan.
I've never told you this. So one of my dad's favorite things to do, like mid-90s, was he wrote a lot of actors and TV shows like letters in the mail and asked for autographs, right? So go ahead.
Does that work?
Yeah, it especially did like in the mid-90s when no one else was doing it. Yeah, for sure. But so fast forward to, we'll say it was Christmas Eve, 1995. The phone rings. And my dad got a call from Jerry Ryan on Christmas Eve saying, "Thank you for writing a letter."
What?
What?
Wow.
Your crush called my house on Christmas Eve.
Damn, I think Larry just went up to you there.
Yeah,
So-
that's
sorry, but
Because like I said, I can't even tell you the things I did.
Yeah, we don't want to hear about what you did with Jerry Ryan.
She could have said
Ew.
Ew.
So we got a couple more in the chat.
So well, you go through. I didn't get to do mine, but I want
Do yours.
if
Oh,
any
sorry,
of you
go
guys
ahead.
can guess. If any of you had a guess, let me see if any of you get this. I will
TV
say
or
this.
movie? I need a hint.
TV, very 90s, and I believe it was on Nickelodeon.
Oh,
Alex Mack.
I was gonna say.
I don't even know who Alex Mack is.
The Secret World of Alex Mack. Then I'm gonna mix it up. I get a second choice. The Clarissa Explains It All, girl.
Yes!
Joan Hart.
You did! You got it! Larry, mic drop on that one. Yeah, Melissa Joan Hart when I was growing up.
Sabrina.
That was Sabrina. Yeah, but that was pre.
Yeah.
The crush was pre Sabrina. Like,
Oh, it was Clarissa. It was like her first show.
yeah, the first.
She was
show.
pretty cool. She's like
Yeah.
funky. And, yeah,
She was like a
good show.
cool
She had
girl.
a-
It's-
She had an alligator. Like, come on.
It's so hot.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right,
That's
what
a
do we got
good
in?
choice.
What do we got into? Oh, I'm talking. So, let's see. It's me, Dana. Totally regrets watching Caillou. Caillou is an awful, awful show.
Okay, so is it like a show about a kid with cancer? Because I'm pretty sure it is.
Is that why he's bald?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, Brian Rainey's got a good one.
Ooh,
Ooh,
Boy
yeah,
Meets World
Topanga.
star Topanga.
Topanga. And
She's
that,
good.
that show was all about having a crush on Topanga, you know?
Not too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a good
still
show.
is. Still is.
Awesome.
So,
All right, that was a good one.
are we good on that one, guys?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we're good.
All right, I'm gonna go again. So, how about the first CD that you purchased on your own?
I got a good one for this one.
I think
What do you got?
One.
So this one, we've talked about this one before, but I think you guys might be able to guess this one. But the first CD I remember physically buying, the first Volume 1 Jock Jams.
Yes.
Nice. Nice.
Dude, that I'm pretty sure I ruined that disc. Like I burnt that CD out. I listened to that so much.
So all I gotta say is, boom, there it is.
Yeah, dude. Like it was for the time. I think it was what 95, right? I gotta look this up.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was also Jock Jams.
Nice. What about you, Nate?
Was awesome. Oof. Gosh, first.
You don't know. I'll go. Mine has a story.
Of course.
So I know. I'm the one who came up with this idea for a podcast.
I have a story. He's like, I have these all thought out well before you guys knew.
Yeah. So I know I said the first CD you purchased. Mine I didn't actually purchase. Someone gave it to me. Mine was Michael Jackson's Dangerous. And I was probably like in 8th grade, 7th, 8th grade. So late, mid 90s. I actually, like I said, someone gave it to me. But the reason they gave it to me was I was the kid who was supposed to check your homework that day and tell the teacher whether or not you did it. So this kid didn't do his homework. So in exchange for my secrecy and not telling the teacher, he gave me a Michael Jackson CD.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Now,
have a good idea. Now, I do have a second CD though that I can tell that is very different from what you guys probably would have guessed from me. Was this? I know what the second CD I ever bought was.
What was it?
Meatloaf's "Bat Out of Hell."
Oh lame.
Yeah. That was number 2.
If I could do anything for love, or no, I would do anything for love, but I won't do that.
Yeah.
So I think I have like a really lame one. I think mine was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles soundtrack.
Of course it was.
Because it had Turtle Power on it. And I remember just wanting to listen to Turtle Power over and over again.
Ninja.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was Turtles too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but first off, no, the Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go. That is probably the best song that came out of the Ninja Turtles.
Well, you had like some MC Hammer in there.
Yeah.
All kinds of good stuff.
Man. So the second part of my answer, the first cassette I ever purchased, I was in 3rd grade, and apparently I really liked Paula Abdul. That Cold Hearted Snake song, 3rd grade Larry loved jamming out to Cold Hearted Snake.
I can tell you, I had a good cassette I remember buying, which was weird because I think I don't even know when it came out, and why I had it on cassette, but I had the soundtrack to Lion King.
Oh, Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, like I for whatever reason I had that, and like I would play it all the time.
That was a great soundtrack.
I'm pretty sure that came out after CDs though. Like I don't know why I had that one on like cassette.
Yeah, it probably did. But you know what? Whatever. That soundtrack is fire.
Lit.
But the kids
really good, actually. It's like the Aladdin soundtrack. It's like that's one that just sticks with you. Yeah.
Or the Frozen soundtrack.
Yeah. As the Disney cassette. Yep.
Yeah.
Just let it go, Larry.
Let it go.
Frozen soundtrack.
I can't hold it back anymore, Nate.
Let it go.
If taken out of context, that conversation goes a very dark direction.
So Brian Rainey says first cassette was the Footloose soundtrack.
Dude, come on. That soundtrack was full of Kenny Loggins. You cannot go wrong with Kenny Loggins.
That was a good soundtrack. The scene said Disney cassette. Do you mean any Disney cassette or like a compilation?
Oh, they had those too, didn't they?
They did.
Like
they had
the
best songs from your favorite Disney movies.
It was the hits from all the ones up until that point. Always included Beauty and the Beast for whatever reason, because you always need that slow song.
Well, all the old Disney movies had like at least one song that really stuck with you, and you're like, okay, that's from Little Mermaid, or that's from Aladdin, or that's from this. You always knew what song that movie was from.
And that's why I don't like Disney movies. There's too much singing. There's too much singing. I don't, like I said, but
to counteract the singing, Jeremy, I will tell you this. there is a lot of death if you actually go back and watch like Disney movies. A lot of people die surprisingly for kids' children, like kids' TV.
Mustafa,
Yeah, it's actually really dark when you go back and look at it.
Bambi's mom.
Yeah, it's shot. His mom gets shot in front of him. It's actually pretty brutal when you start to go back and like re-watch some of the Disney movies as an adult. You're like, that's pretty dark. Like rewatch the ending of Tarzan, where the dude accidentally hangs himself and you hear his neck snap, and tell me that shit is not dark.
I've actually never seen it, so I don't know.
Larry brought up a good one that really stuck with me is watching Jafar, or not Jafar, sorry, The Lion King. Yeah. Watching him get like murdered, basically.
By the hyenas?
Mustafa, yeah.
Yeah, he was like just slowly peeling his paw back.
Time out. So, since I don't like Disney at all, can we at least...
Can we move on?
All right.
You know what? All right. If we're moving on, let's do something fun. Nate, we're 41 minutes into the stream. Don't you have a giveaway?
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, we do have a giveaway. So we're going to give away a digital copy of The Last Jedi.
Star Wars, The Last Jedi, Episode 9.
Episode 9.
8.
So what are we going to make people do, guys? How are they going to win?
Wait, Nate. I got the perfect one. In the comment, who is Nate's first person to say who is Nate's favorite superhero?
Ooh.
Gets the copy of this.
I like it.
All right.
There's
a little delay. Let's see who comes up first.
Yeah, it should be pretty easy to figure out.
Who's my favorite superhero? You get The Last Jedi digital copy.
If you don't know, just start throwing out some superheroes.
I'm pretty sure if you guess within like the first like 5 ones, if you randomly guess, there you go, Brian.
He won last week, dude. That is 2 digital movies for you, sir.
Yes. So we have a digital copy of Star Wars: The Last Jedi coming your direction.
You got it, Brian. It's Batman for sure. I may have a Hulk picture back here. However, there's a lot of Batman. There's also a Batman poster. And if you look at my collection, I have more Batman than anything else.
So, Brian, since you won last week, I'm sure you know the drill. We'll be in touch with the deets, and we'll get you all set up.
Awesome. Brian, I'm glad you won because you have so much dedication to our channel, man. We love giving you stuff.
Again, thinking about it, I shouldn't have said that considering there's a giant ass Batman right behind your head, but it worked. Like, I mean, it made it easy to guess.
Yeah. There's also a Hulk. You know, I think some people got a little confused.
Yeah.
All right. I got the scenes throughout Batman 2. I know Brian threw it out there first, so he wins the Last Jedi digital copy. So I don't think the scene should go away empty-handed.
That seems like the STS guy's way.
That was very close.
So you have something in mind that we could give to the scenes, Jeremy.
So it's not Star Wars, but it's probably it's still a really good movie. I can send you the digital copy of War for the Planet of the Apes.
Woo! Perfect.
So
congrats, scenes.
The scenes. I'm gonna put an email in the chat. Just make sure to email us there, and we will get you your digital copy of the movie.
Yeah, we'll send you some info.
It pays to play, guys. It pays to play.
Yep.
Yes, really.
Yes, really. The scenes. Yes. You are getting a digital copy of War of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, we are very generous here, so we will still reward a lot of people even if they don't necessarily come in first place. So, yeah, enjoy.
Yep, awesome. All right, so back to the firsts.
Back to the first.
So let's talk about the first concert you remember going to.
Ooh, I remember this one vividly.
Go for it, Nate.
So my first concert I ever went to was the Up in Smoke tour with Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Nate Dogg, and Eminem. I was like super into rap at one point in my life. I still like rap a lot. Actually, I didn't. The funny thing is I was not doing drugs at the time, but there were a lot of drugs being done at that concert. But man, it was such a cool concert, seeing all those guys on one stage. That will always stick with me.
with a title like Up in Smoke, there you could assume there was drugs.
A lot of drugs.
A lot of
But
drugs.
you know, I wasn't doing them at the time, but man, I enjoyed that show.
Yeah. So there's a few different concerts that I remember going to, but I think the first one that I legit like big name band that I went to was Blink-182 and Green Day when they were like touring together back in like the early 2000s. I think that was the first like it was right after I moved down to Arizona because I come from a kind of a small town. No real big concerts ever came to my state. So moving down here, I finally had a chance to go to a concert, and that was what I picked.
It's a
Nice.
good concert.
Mine is probably the best concert of all time. It's actually the compilation. It's actually one of the most successful compilation CDs of all time, which is the Family Values Tour in 1999.
Nice.
It had Korn, it had Limp Bizkit, it had Stained, it had a whole bunch of bands. It was an amazing concert.
So, fun side note, I have the CD from one of those stops. They had the Family Values because they always put a CD out after of some of the best songs.
Yeah,
I have the 1999 CD. Yeah,
I didn't have the first one, but one of my friends did, and he really enjoyed listening to that on his CD player when we were rolling around in his 1990 Honda Civic.
That was back in your Fast and Furious days.
That was the same era. That is the same Honda Civic that we took to see Fast and the Furious 12 times in the movie theaters.
yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you guys try to race on your way home after watching that movie every time?
You don't go watch Fast and the Furious and not like race somebody on your way home.
Yep.
I remember doing that even like one of the later movies in this house then, right? So I was married and very much an adult. And like, I remember looking at my wife and be like, can I race that guy? Cause he was kind of driving stupid. And she's like, yeah, just do it. So I got to speed like the wrong way on a 2-lane road and pass him.
You're looking for semis to rob.
Yeah. Right. Trying to slide under, but oh no, my car's too tall.
Dude, you could be driving a Volkswagen Bug, like the original like 1960s version, and you will still race somebody after watching that in. So
true. You feel like such a badass.
You'd be like, I'm gonna race this car. You're like, dude, that's
this guy's going down.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we're talking about stuff that we did after watching movies, embarrassing enough, I tried to build my own robot after watching Short Circuit 2.
Dude, Short Circuit, talk about a classic.
Johnny Five, man. Everyone tried to build a robot.
He was such a cool robot.
I literally taped like some Legos and some popsicle sticks to a fan that rotated back and forth.
Yeah, you go to make your Johnny 7.
Yeah, so basically I put like a little tray on it, so that way basically when it rotated away, but then it rotated towards me, and I put like cookies on it.
There you go.
Yoshi has joined. What's up, Yoshi?
What's going on, dude? So we have Duncan from Scotland and Yoshi from Australia.
And Denny McGuire from Ireland.
So we got quite a few. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. Denny's still in here. So Denny from Ireland. So international stream tonight, apparently.
This is great.
Yeah. And then Brian, Missouri. So we're all over the place.
Missouri is like another country, right, Brian?
For me it is.
Since we're talking internationally now, let's first country went to that was outside the country.
I didn't do my first concert.
Oh yeah,
Larry. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay. So real quick, I two-part answer. So the first concert that I remember going to that I did not choose to go to was Winona Judd at the Arizona State Fair.
Winona Judd.
Yeah. Thank you, Mom and Dad. So yeah, I remember going to that. First one that I chose to go to. Me and my friend, like 1999 probably. Cool shirt, Nate. 1999, we went and saw the Insane Clown Posse at some festival.
Juggalo.
Wow, the Juggalos.
Nate and I are twinning with the t-shirts if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, me and
is that what's going on?
Same t-shirts, guys.
Twinsies. Wait,
Twinnies.
is that an STS guys t-shirt?
Yes.
Oh wow, how beautiful.
Nice. All right. So what'd you say, Jeremy? First country?
Well, it's okay. We can mix it up too. Like I said, first country or first basically out of state experience. So
Go ahead, Jeremy.
Go to.
You started us off.
So interestingly enough, I had actually never been to California up until 6 years ago. Even though I said I've been out in Arizona for a while, like I said, I'd never been out to California. So went up to California. But first actual like international country I went to was I went to what the heck? Why am I drawing a blank?
Puerto Rico.
What? No, it's not Puerto Rico. It's another island. Honduras.
Oh wow.
I
did. Wait, I don't. I'm gonna tell you this, Jeremy. I don't think Honduras is an island.
Honduras is an island.
Scott, you better be damn sure, buddy.
You know what? I will say my geography is bad, but I do not think Honduras is an island.
Look, he's Googling right now. I can tell. Is Honduras an island?
Oh, it is not. It is next to Guatemala and it is between Guatemala and Nicaragua. I am correct. It is on the peninsula.
Wamp, wamp, wamp. Scott had to prove Jeremy wrong.
No, it was just one of those things where I'm like, wait, the island. Now I'm sure Honduras. It's on the ocean. It has islands, but
here, maybe it's not Honduras. Give me.
Jerry's like, I need a couple of seconds.
It's falling apart so fast.
It is. So
right,
let me go
take
because
it away.
no, I'll go because
sorry.
it's
Go
super
ahead, Scott.
stupid. Growing up along the border, I can tell you very many times did my family cross into Canada.
Yeah, that's mine. I was 2, and there's some pictures of me chasing birds. So apparently we went to Toronto and I chased birds. Other than that, I've only been to Mexico, right? Because we're in Arizona. Mexico's easy. So I've been to Mexico a couple of times. There may or may not be a story about some people trying to use some fake $20 bills and like stuff like that when you're 18. But we'll talk about that another day.
Yeah. So
this is bigger.
So now it was later in my life, but like Duncan, I've been to Scotland, Dinny, been to Ireland, all those things. But like first country I've ever remember going to was just crossing into Canada. Like it was only a couple hours away. Like get in the car and drive. Like go to Canada.
Yeah, the first country I ever went to was Cancun, Mexico. So that was my first out of the U.S. experience.
All right, Scott, come on, you're gonna give him shit. The good old country of Cancun.
Yes. Okay, I was waiting.
Well, I said Mexico.
You said,
hey,
no,
I
but
did
you
say
said
Mexico.
you said the country of Cancun, Mexico.
All right, fine. The country of Mexico. I went to Cancun. You assholes.
So I have an addendum to my out of country experience. It was Honduras, but technically it was Rotan, which is basically Honduras.
It was an island.
It was.
Yes. Yes. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Honduras does have islands, but I was like, wait, when you said the island country of Honduras, I had to wait. I don't think that's an island. I'm pretty sure there's land on both sides.
All right. So other firsts.
So anybody else have a really good one?
There you seem to have something. What do you got?
All right. Well, Jeremy and I talked about this one. What is the first convention you remember going to? Like comic book convention, sci-fi, anything, but like it'd be kind of cool if it was nerdy.
So I know we had talked about this a little bit. Do I want to tell do I tell my story here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you go first, man.
So when I was like 15, I had a bunch of friends that were really churchy. I went to church, but it was never like super churchy. There was a church convention. I don't want to say
church con.
I went to a church con.
This is Scott talking right now?
Yes, I went to a church con. Yeah, I know. Seriously, the guy that's has a one-way ticket straight to hell. Went to a church convention. I don't remember a whole lot about the convention itself, but I do remember is getting really bored and jumping on a bus, like a city bus, because you weren't supposed to leave like the little convention, but I jumped on a city bus to go to the mall because it was in Knoxville, Tennessee. So a kid from Montana was like, this is a big city for me. Like Knoxville was huge. So I got on a city bus to go to the mall and I went to my first Hot Topic and bought an Alf T-shirt.
Yes,
Yes, that's
that is
awesome.
amazing. Wait, when you were in Knoxville, did you see the Sun Sphere?
I did not. I was just. I
all
was.
right.
Yeah.
But one thing that's on my bucket list
Yeah.
is to go see the Sun Sphere in Knoxville, Tennessee, because
so-
of that Simpsons episode, Summer of 4'2".
So
that was
I
a
don't
great
remember
episode.
much. Like literally, it was the university because they put us up in like dorms,
Nice.
and I just remember legit like being like, "Screw this place. This sucks. Like I don't. There's nothing going on." So I got on just paid the like $3 to jump on the city bus and rolled off to the mall.
To buy an Alf shirt.
And like
Amazing.
I ended up buying an Alf shirt. I wore the shit out of that shirt, by the way, because it was
That's so
awesome.
cool.
And no one else had one because this was before like Amazon and things. And Heather, no, I sadly outgrew that shirt. I was like 14 at the time, so
I think Heather wants to see you in an Alf shirt.
yeah,
wants to see that
I could
shirt.
probably rebuy the shirt, but
No, it's got to be
Yeah.
the tiny one from like 15.
it's got to be the
years ago.
tiny one when I'm 15, where I still
It's gotta be
where I
extra
still wore a
small.
medium.
Extra
like-
small.
Extra small. Like I was first off, I was a fat kid. It was a medium. Like, so it was like now, yeah, I don't have that shirt anymore, but like, yeah, that was the thing. Is like I saw this Hot Topic and was like, oh my god, that's the coolest thing ever. So I grew up in a city. We had a mall, but it had a JCPenney, like 3 stores, and like a Mervyn's. Like it wasn't a mall like what you think. So going to a big city with a mall with a Hot Topic, I had that and Dippin' Dots. Like it was like an adventure for me.
Dippin' Dots.
Dippin' Dots. I remember Dippin' Dots.
You snuck off from a church convention.
It's
Go to Hot Topic and get some
to
Dippin'
go to Hot Topic and eat Dippin' Dots. Yeah,
Dude, he wanted that ice cream of the future. He had to have it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what it was. I was like, oh, it's ice cream of the future. Fuck yeah! Like it's little circles of ice cream. Like yeah, it was nuts.
That's cool.
But yeah, like I don't remember much of what else I did at the Jesus camp, but I do remember going to Hot Topic and the mall.
Yeah, that explains. At first I was like, Scott at Jesus camp, but then he's like, I totally ditched it and I went to the mall. So that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
That sounds like Scott to me.
So can anybody beat that random story?
I don't think I can beat that.
You
Mine's
should have went
actually-
last.
Yeah, mine's probably pretty lame. The first thing I remember doing was when I was a little kid. I went to like a science convention and book fair, and that was like the
Nice.
coolest thing.
So we should clarify, Nate. Things that happened at the school gymnasium don't count.
Hey, to me it counted, Scott. You asshole. That was the coolest thing when I was a little kid.
Was it Science Con? Was it really a con, or was it just like a science fair?
It was probably like a local like science.
Did somebody
fair
grow
and
like
book
a-
fair?
Did someone put those toothpicks in a Topato? What the hell is it?
Larry's still thinking of Boy Meets World Topanga, so we clearly know who Larry's second crush
I
was.
think I mixed potato with tomato, and I come up with Topato. And I also think I just found the title of this podcast.
That's the title of the podcast.
No,
Yeah, we also got Topanga on the brain, I think.
Yeah, a little Topanga.
Larry. Just can we call it Larry likes Topato?
Yeah, Larry loves Topato.
Larry loves Topato.
I love that title. I love it.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, right? The go-to
No.
easy lazy kid science fair project where you
I'm pretty
stick
sure that's
toothpicks
exactly
into
what it was.
God, I almost said Topato again. Potato.
There's always that one kid that was like made the alarm clock with the Topato. Like stuck the 2 prongs in there. It's like I can power a clock with this.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm pretty
that's true.
sure Larry probably got the nail on the head. It was like a local science and book fair. I don't even think you consider a convention.
Lame.
So the
Hey, it
scenes
was cool.
the scenes beats everything that we have because he has New York Comic Con and met the cast
Whoa.
of Fringe.
Nice. So my first comic book convention was San Diego Comic Con 2013.
Yeah,
I set the bar really high.
that's freaking awesome. That's a hell of a first.
Phoenix
My first
Comic
one
Con.
was, yeah, my first one was Phoenix Comic Con. If I had to think of a comic convention,
My first one was Phoenix Comic Con, but the very first Phoenix Comic Con when I was in the Glendale Public Library.
Yeah.
I've been to that
nice.
library. I used to live right down the street from that library.
So not to jump in, but the first Phoenix Comic Con was the first year they did it at the convention center.
Nice. So my real answer, right? Because whatever I just said doesn't count because I don't remember what I just said.
First off, so jumping on here, Phoenix.
Time out.
We
Oh,
all
boy.
think Nate is hot. So like we all agree that Nate. No, you
Wait,
can't
I'm
change
not
now. You can't change now. Nate is the cute one.
My
Like
heart
if
just
we're,
got
if we're
crushed.
if we're the four Beatles, Nate is
It's Ringo.
Ringo, the cute one.
I'm
Ringo.
4 on that list. I'm the bottom.
Thank you,
Was-
Phoenix. Even though I think Phoenix is trying to correct themselves for like, yeah, I think.
Wait,
that
no,
is fine.
Larry, no. You can go with Nate. It's fine. It's that beard. It drives the ladies wild.
Yeah. You got like a little scruff.
Yes, and although Phoenix, to add your point, there is
No,
an I Love Larry hashtag that was created potentially for a prior giveaway. So you can use the hashtag I Love Larry, and a lot of our shit will come up.
Wait. Are we trying to dethrone the loving of Larry to the loving of Nate?
No, I'm just saying that if
Going back, no, it was
Oh no,
Nate.
no.
it was Nate.
It was Nate.
Nate is the cute one.
I
It's
am
the
flattered.
closest.
Thank you very much.
Plus, he's so smart.
My friends all think Nate is so hot. Are you guys watching together right now? Or
Yes, it is like the
Hello.
it is like
Hi,
the OG.
friends.
Nate, come on, give him a show.
I'm not showing anything. Hey, I don't know how old these people are. I don't want to go to jail.
Well,
If I start beatboxing, will you take off your shirt?
how about what if they donate to Patreon?
Yeah, come on. Yeah, you forget that we do have the Patreon thing, so you can go on and there is
Okay,
the
all right.
You get to third base with Nate.
You
They're
might get
based
some
with Nate.
skin. You might get some skin.
Yeah.
Nate might take the shirt off, so we might be able to get this to happen. They are all over 21 because I actually know who some of these people are, and they are generally our age.
Oh, you know this
Oh,
Phoenix
wait.
Pioma?
Wait. What?
Potentially, yes.
Oh wow. I'm gonna have to ask who that is.
I have an idea.
Nate,
I'm
you
probably way wrong.
you're way wrong. I will tell you this, Nate, and Nate, you have a girlfriend first of all, but
No, that's not why I wanted to know. I was just curious.
He's like, I got to keep my options open.
yeah, he's like, I need a second in line.
Well, you know, it is 2018.
Casual, what's going on, dude?
Oh, what's up, man?
No. Oh wait, your contest drops tomorrow, Casual Unboxing, and I'm really excited.
Casual. Dude, that contest looks awesome. I love that stuff that you included in there. That's some like legit stuff too.
Yeah,
21 memes.
All right. Well, I think Phoenix brought up a good segue.
I didn't answer the question again.
yes, just go.
Just
Go.
It's clear Jerry does not want to hear from you at all.
Yeah.
My freshman year of high school, me and my friend Jared went to a Star Wars convention in Scottsdale, like just north of Scottsdale Fashion Square, like at some hotel. It was in this teeny tiny little convention room. Like I could have thrown a football from one end to the other, and I can't throw a football very far. There was one room with some chairs, and then there was a little side room where people were selling stuff. There couldn't have been more than like 10 vendors in there. I remember one guy had like just this pile of old vintage Star Wars toys, and like anything you could find was $5. Some guy found the Cloud City car vehicle like in 2 parts, and he's like, "Hey, if I just put these 2 parts together, can I have this for $5?" Dude, let him have it for $5. Like it was epic, like mid 90s Star Wars. It was before the re-release of the special editions. Star Wars super mega fan Steve Sansweet was the highlighted guest, right, from Rancho Obi-Wan. It was really lame, but yeah, that was my first convention, Star Wars.
That's awesome.
So casual, just not to jump in, but casual unboxing. You have I'll post a video in 2 hours. Each of you guys should enter. Do me a favor, throw in what we need to do to enter into the comments here, and each of us will jump in there.
Yeah, and then everybody else will know too who's in the chat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
Don't worry about hijacking the chat. Go hijack it.
go, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, take it over. Drop
Fill-
in what we
fill
need
it
to
out.
do.
Casual.
If anybody's in the stream that has not checked out Casual, go check out his channel. He does some really epic unboxings. I've spent hours going through his content. Just, oh, what's this? Oh, what's that?
And second of all, he is the reason why Nate has a normal webcam now, not the potato that he was using earlier, or the Topato that he was using earlier. So yeah, now we just need to get a better internet connection.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I have the best internet connection. So even though this is an amazing camera, Casual, and I really appreciate it. It may not be coming in as clear as I would like it to.
You know what? I think Phoenix Kioma thinks it's coming in real life. Right?
Dude, so Nate, don't take it wrong, but we know that you are the pretty face of the STS guys, because if we put any of the other 3 mugs on there, no one is going to come and check out.
You are one hot Topato.
Can we put hot Topato as the second one?
No, that is now the name of the podcast. One hot Topato. Heather says she's partial to Scott.
First off, she better be. She is
I'm partial to Scott too, Heather. I think
she is married to me
for that.
Everyone's getting love in the chat but me. Like whatever.
Oh, don't worry. First off, Jeremy, you know you're always my number 1 boo.
This is great. Here's the basics on the contest. All right. Everybody pay attention to a Casual. He's going to do this awesome contest soon. You don't want to miss out.
So hero villain contest. Hero villain contest. April 1st, 2018. Entry deadline is April 27th. 3 winners will be announced May 1st.
Topato?
Oh, what's happening?
Larry just created that.
Yay! So apparently I was a jerk, and now my wife is on Team Jeremy.
Yeah, Team Jeremy.
Yeah, Team Jeremy. Team Chud.
So Jeremy, how you doing? So
First off, we're all on Team Topato.
So Casual says start date's going to be April 1st, 2018. Entry deadline is April 27th. 3 winners are going to be announced. If you haven't looked at his video where he unveiled some of the stuff he's going to be giving away, you should check it out. It's some pretty great stuff. Don't miss out on that contest, guys.
Awesome. Well, a lot of the prizes were from, what's that store called? Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby.
So if you guys know what kind of cool stuff, like nerdy stuff they have at Hobby Lobby, like cool, like houseware stuff, like things you can hang on the wall, go check that out, man. Like it's some really cool stuff. Larry from the STS guys is definitely entering. Fingers crossed.
Yes, guys.
You'll see a Scott STS guys popping up here too.
Oh yes, I will be in that as well.
Also, there's going to be another first that's going to be coming up. A very interesting first. And I'm really anxious to see how it goes. There's going to be episode 30 of the episode 30 of the podcast. The first podcast without Jeremy.
Oh, yeah, next week.
Do we even know how to do this without Jeremy, guys?
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah. You are the thread that ties us together, sir.
Yeah, if you guys haven't noticed it already, Jeremy's kind of like the host of the show. He keeps things going. He keeps us organized. I don't know how we're going to do without him. We're just going to have to see how it goes.
Wait, first off, if Jeremy's the host, does that make me the village idiot?
You said it. I didn't.
Is that next week? Yeah, next week you're out, right?
Next week. So next week we'll see us struggle to do a live stream without Jeremy.
STS guys, run by the village idiot.
And I already know, I think we were talking about this ahead of time, but it probably won't be at our usual time on Saturday because we kind of have an event to go to that night.
Oh, friends getting married.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out.
Sunday. So we'll let you guys know. Like Larry said, he'll post a day in advance, whatever we decide. You guys will know.
Yeah, for sure. So make sure you are following the STS guys on Twitter at STS guys, or you can follow us on Instagram at STS guys, or you could follow us on Facebook at the STS guys. And I am Larry from the STS guys.
Casual asks, why without Jeremy? Because I am celebrating my 10-year wedding anniversary, and we are going on the most epic of vacations. Bristol will be going on vacation for 2 weeks.
So Jeremy will be enjoying us make idiots of ourselves from a foreign country somewhere in the Caribbean.
Yes, so in Puerto Rico, in Haiti, and in St. Martin.
Nice.
Much deserved vacation.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to figure out how this is going to work because I've never heard a podcast where I didn't know what was going to happen. Well, typically from week to week, I don't know what's going to happen because we don't plan anything.
So Jeremy's actually really excited to hear the podcast.
I'm so excited to hear the podcast.
He's like, I cannot wait to hear it while I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
So Jeremy, just remember your first time sometimes is a little painful, so we might have some pains here. So
Well, here's the thing. I'm still trying to figure out, like I said, if I should pay like the $30 Wi-Fi access fee
no.
on the cruise ship just to listen. Like I said, it won't be enough to stream, but just to listen to see what's going on, because I'm like, I really want to know.
I've heard
It's gonna derail. Hey, real quick. So the one thing I have to ask, because I always love these stupid things. Casual, dude. Just in one word, let me know, what was the MTech knives that you got? How were those things actually?
Are those the different colored ones?
Yes.
Yeah, those are really cool.
Yeah. So watching the video, but I just kind of want to get an idea from him. Like,
So Heather said, "Wait, no, Jeremy, is it even worth watching?"
No.
Yes, it is worth watching.
it's
I
still
was
worth
gonna
watching.
say no, not at all.
We might
And-
stumble in a little bit, but it's
Yeah.
still worth a view.
Cool. So Casual says they're decent, no complaint. So okay, cool. I saw the knives. They look really cool, but I want to know. I was like, how are they actually? So that's cool.
Yoshi
Awesome.
said, why are the comments not being answered? What did you say, Yoshi? Oh,
You wanted to know if we're on Snapchat.
No,
we don't have an STS guys Snapchat account.
we don't have an STS guys. I have one that I don't think I use it to look at things that people send me, but I don't think I've ever Snapchatted people. Maybe I have, maybe to my wife, but like that's probably about it.
Dirty.
No, first off,
Everybody wants to know about that.
no, dude, seriously, look at me. Do you think I'm the one sending actually any dirty pictures? I don't want to scare anyone away.
Actually, Scott, maybe.
Scott can attest to this. The one STS guy who's not an STS guy anymore has the most awful Snapchat story.
Uh-oh.
Like he uses it a lot.
About his mom.
Oh.
So I'm gonna tell this one because I don't think Leo is going to care thing. So in the pictures, Leo and his
Use your words, Scott.
dude, I want to say this in the correct way. Like I'm trying to think of a good way to say this without coming off extremely dirty. So Leo and his stepdad are at least probably pretty close to each other on the Snapchat name list, and apparently his mom may have accidentally sent him the wrong Snapchat meant for the person right below him, not him.
Oh dear God.
Yeah.
Gross.
Now, to Leo's credit, luckily he was asleep, and the image got deleted by his sister before Leo saw it.
Oh, but his sister saw it.
Wait.
I don't know if she saw it or if it was just like, hey, delete
She
this.
saw it.
Maybe, but yeah,
It's just
Leo,
got weird.
like I'm surprised that Leo's still on Snapchat, to be honest.
That's so Topato.
Topato. That's so hot.
Topato.
Hashtag
Topato.
Hashtag Topato.
Hashtag bad Ghostbusters.
Hashtag yes.
What?
So okay,
What was
so
that?
so Jeremy,
Shut up.
so
Too much revealing, Jeremy.
wait, what? Okay, so first off, Heather, wait, what did I send? I didn't send anything. Apparently, Leo's mom sent him some dirty things that was meant for
Uncle Victor.
Uncle Victor that ended up going through here. But so yeah, I didn't do anything. I don't. If I send something dirty, it's gonna make people sick. Like that's all I have to say. Use your imagination for what that looks like. But yeah. You don't need my fat ass on any type of sexting. Like it's not gonna happen.
We're too
So,
old for that.
Larry-
Like we missed out on that for sure.
Yeah, that didn't happen. Like by the time I had been an adult by the time picture messaging came out. So like
Yes.
I missed the whole boat on any of that stuff.
When I was in high school, people still passed paper notes. That was
Yeah,
our
no.
texting.
Yeah.
I graduated high school in the 90s.
Well, Jeremy and I weren't that far behind you in like the early 2000s.
Like 99. But
Yeah.
90s.
Yeah. So
We were
yeah, no,
old
there was no sexting or dirty pictures, and I know better than to put my naked body on anywhere that could be connected to the internet because no one needs to see it. I want people to still talk to me, not run in fear.
Don't do it, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yoshi really wants to see Larry do a stream.
I didn't do one this week, but
Yeah,
I'll do one soon.
What so check out. So before Jeremy goes on his vacation,
Far Cry.
We might do some Far Cry 5 co-op with me and him going. We did a test to make sure the co-op would work out pretty well. It does. So
We had some fun with the co-op.
we had a lot of fun with the co-op. So we will probably be streaming that very soon.
Awesome. I'll watch.
Oh, wait. You know, somebody did ask us about Far Cry 5. We said we would come back to it.
Yes.
Did you guys like it?
Oh, I love the game.
Love it.
They did like
game.
Nate set an STS guy's record with the 3-hour Far Cry 5 live stream on Wednesday. So well done.
It was a
Nate.
long.
I know Yoshi was there. Yeah, but it looked. I was actually in the chat for most of it. It looks like a really cool game. I'm the only STS guy who hasn't played it. But I hope you guys do. Hope you guys do a stream together.
That's voodoo, baby.
And we'll have to take a look at our blog and things. Far Cry 5 holds a special place in my heart. I grew up in Montana, and the game takes place in Montana with a bunch of rednecks, which is my bread and butter, I guess. Them's my people. So we'll do probably a special stream, and we'll kind of talk about some of the stuff, and there'll be a blog post about our full review and everything coming out very soon.
Yeah, like Larry said, it was a 3-hour live stream. I didn't plan on it being that long, but after I started playing the game, I just enjoyed it so much that I kept playing for the 3 hours. Then I was like, whoa, this is 3 hours long. I need to end this now.
Well, let's ask in the chat, because I think you were a little self-conscious about your 3-hour stream. You're like, I don't know. I think it was too long. If anybody in the chat thinks that Nate streamed for too long, let us know. Or if that Far Cry 5 stream was 3 hours, not a problem.
Yeah, I would love to hear you guys' feedback.
Right.
What are things
I don't
you
think it
want
was
us
too
to
long.
No,
Yeah.
dude, seriously, if you're going to be playing anyway and you have the time, do it.
Yeah.
Like,
I did 2 hours on Splatoon 2. I just got tired of talking.
Yeah.
Like my voice, like I'm done, guys. I'm done.
Yeah.
Yoshi is not too short. Oh man. Whew. Yoshi, you are a live stream devotee, man.
You are, man.
You're
Racking up
always
those
chilling.
hours.
Seriously, we appreciate that, man.
Is this the time of the podcast where we hold weird stuff up to our webcams?
We usually know when we're at the end when we're jumping on here. So just before we go any farther with things, I'll say this: with Far Cry 5, Jeremy, Nate, I think you can all agree with this. We're going to give that general score 4 out of 5. Easily 4 out of 5. There's a few things that like glitches and things that we still kind of peeved us, but 4 out of 5 I think is a good fair score. What do you guys think?
A 4 out of 5, I absolutely agree with that because I said you encountered the one glitch that drove me nuts because we were it glitched.
We did it together. Yeah. So 4 out of 5 I think is a good score. Nate.
Yeah, I probably haven't played it quite as much as you guys, but from what I've played, I'm really, really enjoying. So I will agree. 4 out of 5 is a solid yes for me.
Perfect. All right. So that works. So going into this, Larry, we've been on here for about an hour and 18 minutes. I think we're kind of coming into it. I think it's time to shill, Larry.
Shill time.
It's
Shill Master Larry.
I feel like I already kind of did that. But,
so one more time. Uno mas.
Guys, if you're not already following us on Twitter, check us out at STS Guys. Check us out on Instagram at STS Guys. Check us out on Facebook at the STS Guys. And if you do that, you earn entries into our Super Mega Batman prize pack giveaway. And I am Larry from the STS Guys. Shillin' like a villain.
Oh, Shill Master Larry coming at you.
Totally thought of that. That was totally premeditated. But I'm shilling like a villain.
All right. So for episode 29, this has been the STS Guys. I am Jeremy.
Hey, it's Topato.
Hey guys, thanks for joining. It's been Nate,
the hottest one on the podcast.
Yes.
Ooh,
the best looking one. And I am okay. So I got to get this right. So I'm Scott. Sometimes Chris, if Jeremy's had enough to drink, and lately it's been Esteban.
Good night.
Good night,
Olé.
everybody. Ole. Bye.
Okay, bye.